All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fox, and I love the way you pronounce your th. State of Synth.
I did notice myself saying that. I'm not really sure why I did that, but I kind of had to get rid of my game show intro because I started to annoy my wife, and she's like, "You just gotta stop doing that. It's annoying. Nobody likes it." And then I listened to it, and I'm like, you know what? That is kind of annoying. So, I gotta change it up. I gotta kind of keep it fresh and ultimately eliminate the annoying things, which is gonna be tough because, I got a lot of crutches like that. Weird things, weird phrases, weird ways of pronouncing "th," and
No, I think it was perfectly enunciated.
That is the most eloquent sounding "th" I've ever heard in my life, good sir.
I do declare
that your T's are very divine and sophisticated.
I gotta tell everyone who's listening. We're gonna try something new because our metadata is always kind of whacked out with that with the first thing that comes on.
It's
so
whacked.
We're talking first before we play our first track. Hopefully that means the track will actually show.
Yes, we are
in the metadata.
We're doing a workaround. This is a workaround. Z, we're doing workarounds. Get to work, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, that's because of the
retro workarounds."
I can hear him already.
I know.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and drop our first track to Wet Your Whistles with. I don't know why I said that either. What is wrong with me tonight? My God.
It's because we got Jay Diggs on tonight.
We do. I'm excited. Very excited.
Feeling a little...
Yeah, it's going to be a party. I'm very excited. I'm very, just happy to have this awesome guest that we're going to bring on in just a little bit. But in the meantime, Mr. Neon Fox, why don't you go ahead and set up this first track?
All right, let's do it. Let's jump into our first track of the night. London, UK artist Dream Kid has released his second single on Outland Recordings. And here it is. This is Fatal Attraction right here on Night Ride FM.
a roller coaster into darkness. You gotta get away.
And once again, that was Dream Kid with Fatal Attraction. Very nice. I like that tune.
Very nice, yeah.
And
Outland's got some great artists.
Yeah, I think so. It's very good stuff. And yeah, before we go ahead and drop into our top story, Mr. Neon Fox, do you want to acknowledge some of the people in the room?
Yeah. We've got people in the chats. If you're listening to the nightride.fm website in the IRC chat, or if you're in the YouTube chat, say hi, type hello, we'll give you a shout out. Right now, we've got Rex Balls in the IRC chat, as well as Thate and Bait, Fox Resort, No Clue, Echo Vector X, our buddy from Perth, Craig Packman's in there. Our guest popped in there earlier, Jay Diggs. We've also got Zoo, Elvin Black, Mr. 3, Howells is over on YouTube.
Nice.
Our Overlord, Z, is in the chat as well.
I love how you just call him the Overlord.
That's
great.
We had Ryan from Night Leather who jumped in, jumped out, jumped back in.
Hey.
Let's see, we've got Coffin Dragger as well is with us. And Yo just joined.
Yo.
Can't wait to find out who that is.
What's up?
And Mike Katz over on YouTube. Hello.
Hey, welcome.
So yes, if you're listening, pop in, say hello. We'll throw you a shout out.
Very, very nice. And thank you so much for tuning in live. You can always check us out in the archives, but it is always fun to listen to the show live. That way you get to, check out all the things that we mess up during the show. Very nice.
You can ask the artist a question. We'll pass it on.
Exactly. Top story of the evening, Kung Fury, A Day at the Beach, DLC. It launched for stream. Did you know that, Mr. Neon Fox?
No, I didn't even realize. I've been so out of touch with things. I didn't know there was a Kung Fury video game.
Yes, in celebration of the 5-year anniversary of the movie, the surprise Kung Fury Street Rage DLC dropped seemingly out of nowhere this past Monday, and it is full of Nazi punching fun. With more on the story, here is our very own Synthbot 84. Wait a second. Mrs. McQueen?
Oh, hi there.
Are you sure that Synthbot 84 is fully functional?
Yes, Zed said he's fully operational. He made a bunch of fixes to him, and we haven't heard you-know-who mentioned for weeks now.
Well, in that case, Synthbot 84, take it away.
Thanks, Dennis. I'm here to talk about the new surprise release of the Kung Fury Street Rage DLC called A Day at the Beach. I also have the star of the game, David Hasselhoff himself, to talk about his involvement in the game.
Yo!
So this time around you are also a playable character?
Yes, haha, it's true. I'm in it, baby. They even got my immaculate chest hair right.
That's great. And it says here you can even play co-op with a friend.
That's also correct. You can play right alongside with me and kick some Nazi ass. Each fighter even has an ultimate move.
So if I wanted to play with a friend, let's say Rick Astley, I could do it. Right?
Well, I suppose you could.
Have you ever heard Rick Astley's music? He's my favorite artist and I just love listening to his music and seeing him on tour. He's been helping me with music. Do you happen to like Rick Astley's music?
Sure.
Rick Astley is an amazing artist and I have all his albums. You even look a little like Rick Astley. Rick Astley has wonderful hair too. Do you Rick Astley?
What?
Excuse me, Mr. Hasselhoff, our apologies. It seems we're having a small issue with Synthbot. Ever since he bumped his head last season, he's been a little obsessed with, well, you know who. 1,000 apologies for the inconvenience. Maybe it was your glorious chest hair that triggered him. Anyway, I'm afraid we're going to have to end the interview early. I'm very sorry.
Well, that's okay. I know a thing or two about Rogue AI. And remember, Kung Fury Street Rage is available now for PlayStation 4 and PC. Listen to the Hoff and pick up your copy today.
Okay.
What?
Z, you got to get back to work, I guess, and see if you can fix our bot. He's not fixed yet. What's wrong with him?
Okay. Oh, you know what? A quick some late shout outs to Ben Hart, Lindsay Trujillo,
Hey.
Floydian Sound, and Mark M, who have joined us in the YouTubes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Very nice. All right, we're going to go ahead into our first track, and man, we got this banger of a track. Do you want to go ahead and set this one up as well, Mr. Fox?
Hells yeah. Before we bring on a Washington, D.C. guest, let's hear a track from his new album, Jams. This is Slasher by Jay Diggs, right here on Night Ride FM.
What you gonna do, babe? What you gonna do, baby? What you gonna do, babe? It doesn't care about your feelings. It just takes control. It's a different kind of demon. It's beautiful. Give it to your heart's desire. Let it lead you astray. Feel the passion and the fire. You're not getting away. You keep running, it keeps coming. You might as well just give it up. Love is a slasher. It's coming to get you. Love is a slasher. It's coming for you. You're a little red Corvette. You never stay for long. You always want more for less, but you've been all alone. It feeds off your fear of us. It'll lead you to me tonight. It's got a thing for danger and lust. It feels so wrong. You keep running, it keeps coming. You might as well just give it up. Love is a slasher. It's coming to get you. Love is a slasher. It's coming for you. What you gonna do, babe? What you gonna do, baby? What you gonna do, baby? You keep running, it keeps coming. You might as well just give it up. Love is a slasher. My love is coming, it's coming to get you.
And once again, that was Slasher by J Diggs. And speaking of J Diggs, we have the man himself right here. Ladies and gentlemen, my great pleasure to introduce to you J Diggs. What's up, my man?
How's it going?
Hello.
How you guys?
We are good, man. Welcome,
Yeah,
welcome,
man.
welcome. We're very excited to have you on the show, man.
And congratulations on the album release. It dropped last Friday, right?
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited. Finally, it took a long time because I had to push it back a couple of times, and it was a process. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, and happy with all the love it's getting.
You're too busy making the goofy social media videos.
Yeah, it's funny because I take a lot of pride in that, and I follow a couple of people in terms of like social media and marketing yourself and all of that, and they say you gotta stay active on social media, and I had a hard time because I was there were days where I was struggling, like, do I work on the album or do I work on social media content? Or,
Do I work on the Fly On You song?
Yeah.
You know what? I think every artist, especially artists who don't have their own, who don't have their own army,
Media
to do
team,
street
team.
and labels and things like that. A lot of artists, you got to make the music and you got to promote it, and promoting it's probably even harder than making the music.
Oh yeah, way harder. It's hard, man.
It's
But
all about the marketing.
I enjoy the journey. Yeah, I don't have any help right now, but maybe on the next one, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, the album is just amazing, and like, I think, what is there, like, maybe 10 songs?
11.
11 songs, okay, because I knew it was right in that sweet spot, and honestly, like, every single one is a banger. I mean, like, I have my favorites. In fact, my favorite we already played, which was Slasher, just because I love that sound. It's got that classic synthwave feel. But the cool thing about your music, which I think we were talking a little bit off the air, is you have kind of a metamorphosis going on, where you started off with that classic synthwave sound, and I feel like the stuff that you're putting out now is just, I feel like it's a more better representation as to like who you are as a person, because you can tell immediately, like, if an artist is just like either phoning it in or just trying to do what everyone else is doing. But like, I really feel like you're dialing in something really kind of special, and I don't think a lot of groups, like in the retro business, in the whole scene, I don't think a lot of groups are really touching that sweet spot. I know Sunglasses Kid is definitely in that kind of Venn diagram, I guess you could say. It's kind of like a throwback to the old R&B sound, a little bit of the disco, a little bit of the funk.
It's some of it's also like some of the contemporary stuff. Like, sometimes I hear some of your tracks, Jay, and I'm you can think a little bit Michael Jackson, you can think a little bit this, but sometimes bands like DeBarge pop into my head.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's I wanted to find, and I've been on a journey, because when I first found Synthwave, I fell in love with it. It was not like anything I ever heard before. I was like, man, I want to do this, and I was not really transitioning, but I was just exploring my own sound, because I've been writing music for a long time. I've been writing and playing and producing, and I've written for other people, and I was doing that for a long time, and I got to this point where, I'm like, man, I'm doing all this stuff for other people, but what would my sound like? And I was in that stage when I found Synthwave, and I started off with kind of the more traditional Synthwave, and then I started to think, I'm like, man, this is cool, but it's not really me. I'm like, what can I do? And then I kind of started to go back to my roots of the 90s, the R&B, and then I went down a 80s rabbit hole. I'm like, man, I was like, all this great 80s R&B. I'm like, I felt like it was untouched. I feel like,
Yes.
I'm like, I wanted to be that. I wanted to, because everybody's bringing back like the pop, the pop style, or the more, obviously the movie soundtrack thing. I'm like, man, let's bring some soul in here. Let's bring some, I call it synthwave and soul.
Amen, man. For real.
Perfect.
I love the sound. Like, as a big, huge fan of the music. Like we were talking a little bit off the air, and I mean, first and foremost, I'm a DJ. I'm a music lover. I love it all. But I grew up on, you know, all the old, you know, like Curtis Mayfield and, you know, Teddy Pendergrass, and you know, of course, all the pop R&B, Michael Jackson. Like I think I was the only one at my skating rink that wore a sequin vest, and like I went, I'm telling you, I went all in. I mean, I almost had the glove. I mean, I didn't have the glove, but I was close. I had the sequin jacket. That was like my gig, and you know, I had like the puffy stickers. You know, I don't know if you ever. I know Jules collects Synthwave stickers.
I remember the puffy stickers. But Dennis, don't feel so bad. You know, there was a point where I was walking around in high school dressed up all in white like Don Johnson. And man, I wasn't too popular in high school.
Yeah. You know, I was a big fan of Michael Jackson, and when I was a kid, I used to like dress up like him and dance around. I would actually play a show. Like I'll play like one of his tours.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't know if I played it. I had it on TV, and I put it on the speaker system, and I would dress up and go in my living room and like act out the show, and it was just crazy.
I love it.
Like pretending I'm performing for like fans and stuff.
Jay, are you one of those child prodigies who was just like doing music when you were like 4 years old?
A little later. I started when I was 8.
Wow.
Yeah, and I started rapping, if you can believe it.
Oh man,
nice.
I was a rapper first, because my dad, he's a jazz musician, and so that's what got me into it. Because he, you know, I would always watch him play, go to his show, like he would play at nightclubs and stuff, and I would just kind of sit there, and I got inspired. And we had equipment in the basement. I just went down there and started messing around with it, making beats, started rapping, recorded on this little digital recorder, and yeah, that's where it all started.
That's fantastic. Now, I know that a lot of the stuff that you put out recently in your album, and also, you know, just before the album, you really kind of touched on a lot of those artists that are kind of like in the same vibe that I really love. I mentioned Sunglasses Kid already. He's totally in the vibe. JJ Mist, she's like she's right in the zone. And another person who we just actually had on the show a couple weeks ago. I love this dude, Robots with Ray Guns.
Yeah, he's just awesome.
He's a character.
He is. He's
to say the least. He's so talented.
He remixed. I guess remixed my remix. I did a remix of one of Prince's songs.
Yeah, I Would Die for You. Right?
He did a cool little remix to that. And that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, first of all, I mean, Prince is, you know, he's another one of the artists that was just like, it was like Prince and Michael Jackson were like, you know, top dog back in the day, like in my bedroom, you know.
And you know, that's kind of what started it off for me, because so my history with Synthwave, I was in college and I was riding around in my car. And I don't know, I always lose myself at this part of the story, because I don't think Spotify was around at the time. Mm-hmm. But I was listening to some playlists somehow, maybe it was on YouTube, and the very first song I heard was Spirit of the Night by Testable. I was like, what is this? Like, that was kind of like my first like introduction, kind of. This is crazy. And then from there I went to Kavinsky, to Night Call, and then, you know, obviously I saw Drive, and then I went down that whole thing, and then I got introduced a little bit later in my life, which is surprising, but then I found Prince after that. Like I always knew, obviously I knew of Prince, but I never listened to his music.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so after I got introduced to Synthwave, then he came in, the Purple Rain album, and I just listened to that album every day for like months. And so I was like, what is this? And then that led me down the 80s R&B route, because I was born in the 90s, so I always knew about 90s R&B. Then I went down the 80s R&B and found disco and electro funk and all, you know. That's why I was like, oh man, this is what I want to do.
That's when they could add like some better synthesizers to the music.
Electric, all the electric, breakdancing, all the beatbox and the breakdancing music was just like, I want to say electric boogaloo, but I think that's the electric slide, actually.
Dennis, did I ever tell you I breakdanced in public school?
What?
Because it was like breakdancing was just hitting its prime, and there was like all the rap that was coming out.
How did you hide this from me all these years?
So there's a bunch of guys at school that would always practice in one of the like atriums of the public school. They'd bust out the cardboard, and I started hanging out with them and started to learn how to do certain things. But I mean, the best I could do was things like the worm and the backspin and
pop lock,
and a little bit of the windmill.
A little? You don't do a little bit of the windmill.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a spectacular windmill, but I could keep it going.
Oh well, that's
nice.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, and that was it. After that, I quit.
I could moonwalk on roller skates. That's all I could do. But
Oh, that's nice. That's impressive.
that is, yeah. I was beat up a lot as a kid. That's all good. I tell you what, let's go ahead and drop another track real quick, and let's chat some more. Let's chat some more about the album and all the crazy stunts that you put on social media, which just cracks me the hell up.
All right.
But Mr. Jules, you want to go ahead and set up this next track?
Sure. I just want to give a quick shout out to Cal L. Jagger and Animal and HP, who are in the IRC chat with us.
Yes.
Thanks
welcome.
for joining. So from the album Jams, this is Jay Diggs with Something 'Bout the Night right here on Night Ride FM.
I'm not looking for love. I just wanna feel something good tonight. The devil's dressing up, and I'm staring dead straight in her eyes. I'm addicted to the dark, got danger on my heart. I ain't living right, but I'm having a good time. I can't explain it. Something about the night makes me come alive. Under all the lights, anything you want, you'll find. Something about the night, anything you want, you'll find. Find me, baby, come and find me, baby. I keep on biting the dust. One of these days I'll get it right. I never get enough. I always go right back to my vice. I'm addicted to the dark, got danger on my heart. I ain't living right, but I'm having a good time. I couldn't tell you why. Something about the night makes me come alive. Under all the lights, anything you want, you'll find. Something about the night, anything you want. This is where you can have it all. I'm trying to take somebody home. The sun is getting close. I'm having a midnight crisis. The full moon sets the tone for letting go, and you can't deny it. Something about the night makes me come alive. You get everything you ever wanted, anything you want, you'll find. Promise you will find it. Something about the night, you'll find it. Anything you want, you'll find it. Come and find me, baby. You'll find it. 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 You'll find it.
And once again, that was Jay Diggs. Something 'Bout the Night. Something 'Bout the Night. I was about to say about the night, but that would have been wrong.
About the night.
Bouts.
I was saying in the chat, man, that song makes me want to stick on roller skates.
Oh yeah.
Put on some bell bottoms, hit the rink, just go in circles grooving.
For sure.
Yeah, I wanted to pull that vibe and yeah, some city pop vibe. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really proud of that one. I like that one.
Awesome.
So that's it, like you were saying a little bit off air. You were saying it's kind of like a little bit of a amalgamation of some city pop, and then of course that Rock With You, Michael Jackson kind of vibe, and you just. Then also too, one of the interesting things that you did, we'll cover some of the covers that you do as well, but you had mentioned the Pokemon song, which I find very interesting.
Yeah, so something about the night, not the main Pokemon theme, but from the Pokemon games, there's one of the towns had this theme, and the sound of it inspired something about the night. You wouldn't really know listening. I think it was the national park theme, but it had this little progression, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And so I just flipped it and turned it into something else. And obviously, we musicians, we take stuff and move it around and make something new. And so it kind of got my juices flowing. So that's like a fun story. That song that it came from out of a Pokemon song.
I love it. That is incredible. And you even did a cover of the Pokemon song, and like I was listening to that, and I was just like, seriously? We're in a world like, and then I was just like, this is a banger. Like, how can you make the Pokemon theme song a banger, and somehow you ended up pulling it off? I don't even know how you did it.
I don't know either. To be honest, I had two other versions of it that I didn't like. I was like, I know there's a way to do this, and then I finally found that way. I did that disco style. That it just worked out. It was great.
Now, you did that one before you did, because here it comes, the remix for WAP. You did that one before that one, right? Or did it come after that?
No, I think it came after.
Oh, it did? Okay. I was going to say, I was trying to figure out, because you have really gotten this knack for just finding like these songs and just like, I want to say like, just like pimping them out. Like you just make them,
That's a good way to say it.
You turn them out and you make them into these like funk, just these magical little things. And it's like, holy crap. Like, in fact, a lot of times, like the stuff that you're doing, the reimagining, I guess that's a way to put it a little nicer. You're reimagining like all these like crazy random songs, but you're infusing your sound into that, whatever it is, like, and then you cover the Pokemon theme. You covered. Should we talk about WAP now?
We could talk about WAP. That's
Is it time?
Yeah, that one. I don't know. I just woke up one day. I was like, huh, and I had just heard, because I hadn't listened to the song. It was getting a lot of attention. The original one, it was getting a lot of like controversy and all that stuff. And I didn't listen to it. I was like, But then one day, on my way to the gym, I just threw it on. I was like, wow, this song's really nasty. I was like, this is nasty. and I don't know. And I just woke up one morning, a couple days after that, I was like, huh. And I wonder what that would sound like as a funk song. And I don't know. And I sampled the little thing and I just made it, and it turned into that.
And it's absolutely hilarious. And it's amazing. Like it's really well produced and done, like just like you nailed it. In fact, I even was reading some of the YouTube comments, and some people were like, it's better than the original, which, you know what, I kind of agree. Like, I can't even listen to the original. You're singing, I guess, the same lyrics as the song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
it just like how is it even like, but it translated so perfectly to like this funk, because it's like, I just imagine like some dude and some Sylvester type of dude, or
whatever,
Rick James, just like talking about the business,
right? Yeah, and
it's with a brandy in his hand.
Exactly.
It was weird. what's weird is now in hindsight, looking back on it, I guess I can see why it got so popular, because when I made it, I was just doing it. I wasn't thinking too much about it. I didn't think it would go viral or anything like that. I didn't think it was that special. But then thinking back on it, I was like, this is actually hilarious. when I look back at it, I was like, this is funny, because it's just like, because what the song is saying, and then the style, and I'm all like happy about it. And it's like,
Right.
Yeah. So that's funny. I don't know. I guess I used to play in church. I used to play piano in church, and when you play in church, and then also I have jazz roots too. And with jazz and playing in church, there's a lot of improvisation, and a lot of times we play by ear. And so I've always had a knack for like picking things up by ear and kind of like being able to tweak them or add my own flair to it. So I've always kind of just had that flair, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful talent, and yeah, you nailed it. You do so many funny things. It's like, I don't want to say it takes away from your album, because I think it actually enhances it. The fact that you can like do these like crazy little skits, do them well. They're not throwaway songs.
I gotta. My favorite part about seeing you on social media is every time you got some little clip, you've got this smirk on your face. Like, yeah, it's like you're looking at the artist, and you're looking at the fans and the people watching your social media. You're like, yeah, I got something for you. And you've always got this little grin, like this.
I do.
It's like, oh, what's coming? What's coming?
I don't know, man. I just have fun. I don't know. I just have fun, and
yeah,
that's it. I don't know, and it's weird because, hey, I try to balance it out, because there's some posts where I'll try like, okay, let me try to be serious now. It's like I'm just a silly person. Like, people who my close friends, they know I'm just a silly person, just happy go lucky.
Good.
I love it. It's the recipe for life. It really is. It's what you should aspire to be. Don't take life too serious. And
exactly, it's too short.
It is. It's too short, and you got to fill it with good vibes, and just like,
especially the internet, fill it with good vibes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even in like politics, and I don't want to get too political, but
great segue.
But since we're along the lines of doing these like wonderful, like just right on the money, like with one of the, I forget, it's, I remember the song. I don't even remember where it came from. One of the
the vice president debate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, really quick.
Yeah.
Really quick. Someone in the chat, Echo Vector. They said, they said from WAP to church.
Love the segue.
From WAP to church in 20 seconds flat. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, with the, I don't know, that the vice president, the fly on you. Is that, I think it's what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from. I just thought that was hilarious when it happened. I was like, oh man, I gotta do something with this. And I was in the middle. I was in Los Angeles, and we were filming the video for Ways.
Right.
And that happened, and I was like, I don't know, make a fly on you song. I don't know, and use both ways.
But okay, like that blew up on the internet.
That was
like,
great.
I couldn't believe on Twitter and stuff how many views and likes it got.
Me either. I just thought it was, I don't know. I was just doing something. I was like, hey, let me just get some content out there. Let's just do this. And I recorded that. It's funny because I recorded that at my friend's apartment, and we were just at the apartment at the time. I don't know. I think I recorded it in his closet, and then did the video in his living room, and
in true synthwave style.
And borrowed some awesome footage of Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Wow, what a moment in time. You captured it
and the song is amazing. Well, both that and the actual real song are both amazing.
We got to get serious for a second here. We got to get serious. We're talking about all this crazy stuff. Let's cut to Both Ways. That song is great. The video, I love it. But damn, the blow up doll. Sorry, I'm trying to be serious, and I'm just. See? I'm having a hard time, and you crack me up.
It's hard. I know.
It's tough, man. It's tough. But I want to talk about it twofold. First of all, I want to talk about, in a serious way, but I also want to talk about the humorous side of it too. And I think what is kind of tricky for me is because I see your music as kind of like a total package, you know, like you want music to, you know, uplift your spirits, you know, you want it to, you know, be something you can groove to. Obviously, you know, you gotta feel it, you know, you gotta feel the music in you, you know, but also too, like you want it to make you laugh, you want it to make you smile. So I feel like when I listen to your music, like I'm getting like this nostalgia, I'm getting the groove, and I'm getting like the light humor, which I find hilarious. So like you have this banger song, the whole concept, honestly, like I gotta say, the whole concept of the song, it's really cool. Like I want to ask you actually like a million questions about that video. Like, you know, is this, you know, is it a true story? Like, where did you get the whole? Because if you listen to the lyrics, like it's about, you know, something, you know, and it's a little, you know, it's a little lighthearted humor, but you know, was there ever an experience where you had a girlfriend or significant, and you know they're just like, hey, let's bring this other part, you know, in for the party, you know?
That's a good question. Well, there's some truth behind the song, definitely.
Yeah.
But I would say this: the song is a fantasy. It's like more of a reimagining of what happened. So I'll tell the story. So there was a situation. The real life story isn't as fun, but the real life situation
they never are.
I was seeing this girl at the time. We were like in a talking phase, and I don't know, I was having a good time. And I was young, you know, I wasn't prepared. And so she was bisexual, and she started seeing a girl, and it was kind of like, I don't want to say behind my back, because we weren't necessarily official. We were just talking, and I was getting excited about it.
Right.
And she started seeing this other girl.
You saw opportunities, and you were, you know.
Yeah, and she started seeing this other girl, and I felt, you know, I was kind of hurt at the time. You know, this is you know, young life, and so you know, I didn't know how to handle it, and so you know, and so we parted ways after that. It didn't necessarily end so well, but you know, this song, I was like, now I'm thinking, I thought back on it, I was like,
what if?
What if? Yeah. What if that went a different way? Or
right.
What if I was your mind? And so, you know, so I decided to do like a fun tongue-in-cheek, you know, reimagining of that. So that's where both ways came from.
Which I love that I feel like, you know, because you took like an experience that was, you know, I don't want to say it was like a negative experience, but like, you know, it meant something to you, like, and you found a way through music to empower yourself, you know, make it into something amazing, you know, and, you know, that's kind of like a therapeutic quality that I think music has with people who write music. And, you know, I talk to so many different artists, and, you know, I say, you know, did it feel therapeutic? And they say, well, you know, I was still going through stuff when I wrote the song, but, you know, things are a lot better having the song come out, you know, obviously, because you have something, you know, semi-tangible. But I think it's really cool that you kind of spun that experience, and you put a twist to it to, you know, make it into something that
he put the J-Dig smirk on it.
Yeah, he did. I love it, man. And the whole way that you shot the video, like, I mean, all right, so could we just go ahead and talk about the blow up doll? Because you know, I'm fascinated. Like, I want to know, like, did you order it? Did you have to, like, did you borrow it from a friend? It was just like, you know, I got one of these things, let me go in my room, I'll go grab it. Let's go shoot this guy.
You know, it's funny. Yeah, long story. So I don't know where that idea came from. I got the idea. I was like, well, instead of, I guess I wanted it to be fun. And so I didn't want the video to be a situation to where I'm doing this video with two girls.
Right.
I thought that would be too, I don't know.
It's too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't want to come off like that. So I would make this like a girl and a blow up doll. And so I ordered this blow up doll on Amazon. And so so we shot the video in LA, But I ordered the blow up doll when I was in DC, and I went to LA to shoot the video, and I actually left the blow up doll home, right? And so, yeah, and so we get there. And then, we're prepping for the video, and it was the night before, and I realized, I was like, oh, dude, I left the doll at home. It was like, oh, man, well, you got to get it. And so it's like late at night. It's like 11 o'clock. And so I end up calling around to these sex shops.
Oh, my God.
I'm an artist, I swear.
Yeah. It's hilarious because the lady on the phone, she thought I was like, she thought I was looking for a good time.
You had a 2 a.m. booty call with a blow up doll.
Yeah, so I called. I was like, hey, it's like, do you guys have blow up dolls? Oh, she was like, oh, sure, honey. We got all kinds. We got this and that. And then she was giving the whole rundown. And I went in there and she was like, yes. So she's like, Big Bertha over here. We got little Susie over here. Whatever you need. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, so yeah, that was at LA, sex shop late at night in LA. It was a weird moment. But so we got the doll and I had my friend Kiki Kite, who's also singing. She's also featured on the album. She did the wardrobe and everything. She was like, oh, we should dress the doll up. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. And so
of course you got to dress the doll up. I mean, you can't have a naked blow up doll.
Yeah. So that's how that happened. It was just, I think it turned out pretty funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. And not only is it hilarious, it's a banger of a video. Like it does everything you need to do. Like it makes you laugh. It's got the groove. It's got, like I said, it covers all the bases. In fact, why don't we go ahead and let's give that a spin? Why don't we? Because we have that lined up, and we didn't even plan that.
I'll pop links to the album and to the YouTube video in the chats.
Yeah.
But I just want to shout out to Vampire, who just joined us in the chat, our fellow Night Rider.
Welcome.
All right, so from the album Jams, this is Jay Diggs with Both Ways featuring Ziodera right here on Night Ride FM.
I'm wondering the arrangement. I'm running out of patience. We both want to feel her touch. Since you and I want two at a time, let's make love, just the three of us. You be with me. I know you go both ways. You're into me and a pretty girl. You be with me. I know you go both ways. Now it can be you and me and her. You be with me. I know you go both ways. You like 'em pretty. You like 'em pretty. You know what I say. Well, girl, it's cool. It's so cool. I know you go both ways. We're gonna get freaky. So baby, can we share the love?
Pretty,
Baby,
I say,
oh, I say, let's go with me. I know you go both ways.
freaky. Can we?
Can we share the love? Both ways. I want the both of us. I know you wanna touch. So come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Call her up. It's almost time for us. Start making love. All night, oh, ready for you, girl.
And once again, that was Jay Diggs with Both Ways.
Gotta fly on you.
Yeah.
Ain't going nowhere.
And the person who was featured, is it the Zendara?
Ziodara. Yes. We actually we co-produced the record, and so we decided to do a feature because he has an artist persona himself, so it's a guy. So we decided to just do a feature there.
Okay, cool.
Same with Sunglasses Kid. We worked together on Lonely.
Right.
And so on the album, and so we did the same thing there. It was more of a co-production.
I got a question for you. You got bass guitar by Emery Diggs Jr. Who's that?
That's my dad, my pops.
What?
Really?
You got your pops?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so I had him, and lay down some funky grooves.
That's awesome. But yeah, I remember seeing a couple of clips on socials.
Yeah,
That's great. Yeah, that song Both Ways, it has like a little bit of that like P-Funk feel to it too, like a little bit of that like West Coast, but you're from like Washington D.C., so for you to lay down that West Coast vibe, man, kudos.
Thank you. Yeah, we're pretty in DC. There's a lot of influences here, and for me, I've always listened to all kinds of styles, and then obviously Ziodara, he helped too. He actually came up with that bass line, and then we added in all the guitars and the changes and strings and all that other stuff. But it's I don't know, and that's where I got a lot of my inspiration from, though, like that P-Funk, and then that post-disco boogie era. And there's a lot of that on the record, and so I wanted to make a nice fusion between that, and then I wanted to add in the synthwave, more synthwave heavy songs with Slasher and Biggest Fan.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's something for everybody, which is like, generally you don't get that with like a lot of like albums. You don't get like a little something for everyone, but I really do feel it's very representative of the genre. I use the term genre loosely, obviously. But it's got all the flavors, and I love the fact that you work with so many people, which is like totally cool. Another cool person that you worked with, I believe, I have some notes here, but sometimes I do some really crappy note taking. The Light remix. Now you remixed the track for Droid Bishop, so you kind of worked with him indirectly, but we have a couple people in the chat room saying, Droid Bishop and Jay Diggs tour when? And, we're just going to put it out there.
Oh,
dude, that would be awesome.
I'm down to do it. I guess that's hit him up. We're
going to call up James. We're going to hook this up.
Droid Diggs.
The Droid Diggs tour. I love it.
Jay Bishop.
Ooh, Jay Bishop.
Yeah.
That's even better.
There you go.
Yeah, that song. I like that song. Is really cool. I like that one, and his vocals are awesome on there.
Yeah, Droid Bishop gets like the early 80s down pat.
That's another example, I think, of artist that is totally doing their thing. Like, he kind of started on his own journey too, where he, kind of had more of that. It wasn't really Outrun. What would you say, like, In My DeLorean? What would you say that would be, Jules? That's your classic. He even back in the day, he kind of was a little bit different. He was never a cookie cutter artist, but it had more of like kind of an Outrun-y kind of synthwavy kind of feel. But now, it's kind of pushing into this like hybrid, and I love the direction that he's just moving into. With all that, Michael McDonald kind of, Kenny Loggins kind of vibe, like where like you just want to kick back and have a Corona.
As he says,
yacht,
he's got the Steely Dan vibe down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's his influence, is that he's like letting that breathe through him, and he's creating life to that vibe, which I love. And I love how we can have so many different elements to this thing. That's why I always, to me, it's not a genre. It's a collection of vibes, I guess you would say. Is it okay that I define it as that? Because everyone's got their own definition, right?
Yeah, and I think I just kind of give it like a nice blanket, just retro influence.
Yeah,
and that can go so many ways, because you have JJ Mist, and she's doing her like Madonna, 80s pop kind of thing, and the Midnight, and Ollie Ride, and everybody's kind of doing their, branching off and doing their own little thing, but it still kind of works together.
I love it. It's very much like a nice warm blanket that you can just wrap yourself up with on a nice cold winter night with a little hot chai, whatever you're fancy. I think did we cover everything? What else do we have here on our note sheet?
Well, we got to mention that. So when did this drop? Your instrumentals version of Jams.
Yeah, that dropped today or yesterday.
I believe it was yesterday.
Yeah,
just dropped that yesterday. That's on Bandcamp. It'll be on streaming next week, but it's on Bandcamp right now. And I got some requests, people that wanted either DJs or people just wanted to just hear the music, and some people said they want to do remixes and stuff. Like, let me release the instrumentals. That might be cool.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's
I'm posting links to the instrumentals album right now in the chats.
Very good groovy stuff. And I like too when they do the instrumentals too, because if you are a DJ and let's say you're DJing a set, and I don't know, some people don't like vocals in their synth.
I know.
It's okay.
Heaven forbid you have vocals in music.
But it's easier to mix as a DJ, obviously, because you have no vocal refrains or anything like that to kind of. I was trying
step over something else.
Yeah, there's an Ollie Ride remix. It was remixed by Lifelike on his deluxe album, and I'm trying to put that into a mix, but Ollie Ride's great, and the song is just like popping, and it's got Lifelike doing the beats. And
but god damn it, his voice gets in the way.
I can't mix the goddamn thing. I'm trying to all right. And I finally got to the point where I have a vocal remover on my software. I use VDJ, Virtual DJ, and I can just remove the vocal. I'm like, all right, at midpoint, I'm just gonna cut the vocals, and I'm gonna mix it, because that's all you can do. Just cut the vocals and keep on going. But he sings throughout the entire song. I mean, I love Ollie. I mean, he could sing the phone book and make it sound great. But vocals they're tricky sometimes.
And I think some people enjoy the instrumentals too. Like I just know for myself, I like people release instrumentals, because sometimes you hear things that you don't hear, on the original song. So there's some nuggets for people.
I think you had a post about it. It alluded to what a lot of our listeners like. I mean, sometimes we get a lot of complaints when we're doing this show that we talk too much.
No,
because you got listeners who just want to tune into the music because they're either studying, they're playing video games, they just want something that's background. So a lot of them prefer instrumentals,
right?
So that they can concentrate on whatever they're doing, right? Instead of listening to me lisp my way through.
What are all these two old men talking about disco all the time? Like, I don't even know what's going on. I just want to code my stuff and play my video games. I get that. I've been there.
Yeah. So That's exciting. Yep.
One-
yeah, I was just gonna say yeah, and then I know off air you talked about my Christmas album that I did last year a little bit, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do one this year, but it's funny because I already have, people think I'm crazy. I already have like ideas for my next album, which is interesting.
Oh well, Deadlife's like 4 albums in, so it's not. He's like got 4 albums ahead of himself. I'm just like, how do you even like organize that?
Yeah.
I'd love a Thriller remix.
You did some
for Halloween
You did some
next
good Halloween covers.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I was
Sexy
hoping
Freddy.
Yeah.
I want a Thriller. This is on my wish list. I want J Diggs does Thriller for next Halloween.
Man. I've done Thriller. I've done a version a long time ago, but it wasn't. I didn't do an official one. Maybe I should do an official.
You got to work that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay Quincy Jones for that? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, for a remix, I think it's fine. I think I could do it, like a cover. As long as I remake everything.
Lay down that cheddar.
Cover.
To good old Quincy Jones. Whoever's got the rights to that, man, that's a hot song.
Yeah, what's crazy about Thriller, and this goes into what we were talking about the instrumentals. Like to this day, I've heard Thriller numerous times. To this day, I always hear something new when I listen to Thriller.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, I know maybe it's my music producer ears, but we a lot of times as music producers, when we listen to music, we break it down.
Right.
We pick it apart. And man, every time I listen to that song, I always hear something new that I never heard before, I think it's insane.
I find it amazing when I listen to the tracks, like the offcuts. I even I'm like, I forgot this song even exists. That's just a funny thing too, like about albums. In fact, Jules, weren't we talking with somebody last week? Or no, this was on an upcoming interview with an upcoming artist that I won't mention yet. It was me and Hannah. We were talking about not every song on an album is a banger, but you think like an album like Thriller, you're like, oh my god, well it's Thriller, But like, do you know what the last track is on Thriller? It's like
it's Lady. Is it Lady in My Life?
It might be. Yeah, I'm trying to picture it myself. And also like track 2, like there's certain like off-cut tracks that they're bangers, but they didn't like reach that Billie Jean status that like you think like Thriller, you think like everything's like a top 10 hit, you got Beat It, Thriller, you got
Billie Jean,
the girl, the doggone girl is mine. Like, I love that.
And Want to Be Starting Something that's been sampled I don't know how many times.
Yeah. That album is just perfect. It is. That one in Purple Rain, I would say like the 2 most perfect albums of all time. Only 9 songs. Like both of them only have 9 songs.
Yeah, you don't have to have 20 songs on an album. That's what I love. And like I was saying, like your album with 11 tracks is like, that's perfect sweet spot right there. Speaking of tracks, let's go ahead and drop another track here. We do have quite a plethora. Is that a word? Plethora?
A plethora?
Yeah, I can't say because I'm from New Jersey.
A plethora.
A thesaurus of music. And let's go ahead and drop another track.
All right.
So why don't you go ahead and set that up, Mr. Neon Vox?
All right. So while our guest is from Washington, D.C., this track is I was going to say it was from another Washington, D.C. artist, but apparently, according to their Bandcamp, they moved to San Francisco. One of our favorite artists, San Francisco artist 2D Cat, has released a new single, and this is called Yesterday, right here on Night Ride FM.
When I saw you again, I knew I wanted you, but I had to hide it. I had to hide it, 'cause I have grown strong without
And that was 2D Cat with Yesterday. I did not give a proper count off to the
we were still
going
talking.
live. We were talking about, so this is what we were talking about. We were talking about all the old, great hits on all the Michael Jackson albums. I was actually giving Jay kudos that he knew the last track, and I'm rather ashamed of myself for not knowing that it was indeed the lady in my life. So there it is. We're gonna take Jay to some music trivia, and we're actually not too far. I think we're maybe an hour and a half from each other. Because I think Maryland, it takes about 2 hours, 2.5 hours for me to get to.
Yeah.
Which you're probably maybe a half hour, 40 minutes to Maryland, maybe?
Well, I'm actually in Maryland, so it's
well, there
yeah.
you go.
DC is super small. So
It's
I
a
mean,
blip, yeah.
I always say I'm from DC. Well, I am. I was born in DC, but I mean, DC, Maryland is pretty much the same place. So I live I'm across the street. I'm across the street, and I'm in DC. So
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm technically in Maryland.
It's kind of like Delaware. People forget about Delaware even exists. And they're just on their way to Maryland, and you're in Delaware, and then you're out of Delaware. And it's like it never even happened. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Delaware or Maryland. We're here to talk about some banging albums, and you can actually get your album in physical format if that is indeed your gig. So what do we have? We have vinyl, yes?
Vinyl, 2 versions of it. We have the neon blue vinyl and the day and night edition of the vinyl, where it's half black, half white. I thought that was kind of sick.
Nice. On the same side, or is it you have to flip it?
No, it's the same size. It's split down the middle, black and white.
I love that. It's like those cookies. What are those cookies? They take the chocolate on the one side and the vanilla on the other side. It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them right now. I can't tell which one is.
Now, what's cool is we have then we have the tapes. The tapes are also there's a neon blue tape, and then there's a black and white tape. Well, the tape is each side. So there's a black side of the tape, and then the other side of the tape is white. So a little day and night tape.
That is dope. I love it.
You've also got it on CD.
Yep, the CD as well.
So everybody, you can find it over on the Time Slaves Bandcamp page. So obviously, you just go to timeslaves.bandcamp.com/album/jams. I'm gonna post the link. Our friend Desterian posted this at the beginning of the show, but he beat me to it. But I'm gonna post this in the chats
and post a secret link to the what is it? The 8-track, yes.
The 8-track, yes.
Actually, you should totally this is 8-track, vibes, man. I feel that's that 70s groove, man. I love it.
I just noticed the vinyls. There's only 45 remaining of each one.
Oh shoot!
So So guess what I'm doing right now?
He's got all that overtime money, man.
Shout out to talking about my smile on my face, and they can hear it in my voice. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Zoo, Snug Zoo. Very good. And so we were talking about some of the the covers and stuff like that, the releases, the physicals. Really just go out and buy all J Diggs stuff, because it's all slamming stuff, and buy his earlier works too. If you start really enjoying your stuff, man, you did some really cool stuff with robots with ray guns, and we talked about all that, and even your earlier stuff too, when you're really putting out a more synthwave, more classic sound, just bang. Wait, what's the song that you? In fact, I put a song up there, and Jules took it off because he wanted to hear both ways, which I don't blame him.
Was it Black Heart?
Heart.
That song's
Is that the one?
banger, man. Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah. That is a
that
banger.
song. That was fun. That was in my little midway. Yeah, because I went through this metamorphosis where I was trying out the traditional wave, and then I was like, okay, now let me start singing more on it, and that was kind of in the middle where I was trying to do this dark synthwave kind of thing with some vocals. And that song.
Who did the guitar? Was that you on guitar?
No, that's my one of my buddies. He goes by the name of Aoxus.
Okay.
That's his artist name. We've actually been friends since the 8th grade.
Oh wow.
But he's an amazing guitarist, and he has his own music. He does a lot of rock and alternative stuff, and so I brought him in on that one.
Okay, so who's Justin Diggs? Oh, that's you.
Me. Yeah.
Derp.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my actual first name, but yeah. People are surprised that that's my real name. They're like, "Is Diggs your real name?" Like, yeah.
No,
That's
shit.
awesome.
Really, that's awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, very nice. And so we have a couple more tunes we're going to play. We have some more stuff lined up for you. And again, Mr. Diggs, you can certainly stick around if you want. If you got a jet, that's cool too. We're just kind of chill. We're going to play a couple tracks, go through some birthdays, some tours and stuff. And we're going to try to get you out on tour so we can go see you play.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
But
all our little connections that we have.
yeah, we have so many. Where do we? Mr. Neon Fox, you want to go ahead and set up our next track for us?
Oh boy, I've been looking forward to this one. Right, well, UK artist Aeronexus has teamed up with the sax man Tim Capello. Y'all know him from Lost Boys, and of course Gunship. On the album Gunship, yep. So this is a new track, and let me tell you, the sax in this, it's so dirty, like, oh, so dirty. It makes you want to get spanked real hard. I love this. This is Aeronexus with Uprising, featuring Tim Capello, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that is Uprising with Aeronexus featuring Tim Capello. Did I say that right?
Aeronexus, yeah.
I was close, Jules.
Man, did that sax not just make you?
Yeah, that
quiver?
was just that was like oil me up saxophone. I love it. That's fantastic.
Talk about WAP.
That's right. I think Cardi B and Tim Capello out on a tour. Now
Oh God.
that would be that would be a lineup. I love it. Speaking of tours, why don't we go ahead and
Tours, or you want to do album releases?
you know what? Let's do album releases first because I completely messed up that segue. This segue just felt too good to not do. But yeah, we want to stay in order with album releases. So go ahead, Mr. Jules. Throw some
right,
albums
well.
at us here.
So, we all know that last Friday, our guest, Jay Diggs, dropped his album, Jams. And on the same day, Robots with Ray Guns dropped his album.
Yeah, was that planned?
Yeah, I'd wonder. The
Nope.
Digital Life of Zonye Quest.
I love the name, man. It's the best.
Is that
So,
the name of his album?
That
Yeah,
is-
The Digital
yes.
Life of Zonye Quest.
It's
Oh,
great.
well, I need to
It's it
It's
is
just-
some like old school 90s. Dennis, what is it? It's
Yeah,
like
well, you know
90s, like,
his vibe. It's like
Euro. I don't know. No, it's like not Euro. It's more like I don't know, like new funk. Like it's just it's awesome.
it's got that old it's got that old 90s dance, when they took the vocals and they just you know his gig.
yeah,
you know
Euro,
his-
like a Euro dance mixed with funk mixed
Yeah.
with
I gotta check
It's-
that out. I didn't even know.
it's-
I mean, I've been so busy with mine. I didn't know he dropped one.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's Robots with Ray Guns. It's pretty damn good.
and plus he's got an OnlyFans and
Yeah, there you go.
we
I
love
thought
him.
that was a joke. Does he really?
He
I
does.
thought that was a joke.
I love him. I
I
really
don't.
do love him.
I don't want to find out.
You don't want to dig up the
Okay.
goods.
So also last week, I totally overlooked this one. Artist Earmake dropped his new album Cosmic Hero 3 on New Retro Wave.
Nice.
So I gotta go add that to my cart. And also, let's switch over to another label, Fixed. Scandroid released his remix album, Dreams of Darkness, Visions of Light. And basically it's remixes of the Darkness and the Light album, and it features remixes from, well, everybody. Fury Weekend, and I don't know, the list goes on and on and on.
Very good.
One thing I'm excited about, my friends here in Toronto, Honeybeard,
Tirana?
they just dropped their new album, Oneros. It dropped today. They dropped a single last Friday called Lighthouse, and I think we're about to hear it after this little segment. But yeah, the album's out. It's on Retro Reverb Records. So just head over to honeybeard.bandcamp.com, pick up the album. It's incredible.
Speaking of that
Mm-hmm.
late, 80s Prince sound.
Ah.
Go ahead and set this one up. here,
All
Mr.
right.
Jules.
Well, I think everybody knows is one of our favorite artists. This Friday, the pre-orders for Starcadian's Midnight Signals 2 album are opening up. So yeah, Starcadian, more music.
Yeah, that's dancer ass off. Jay, I don't know if you heard Starcadian stuff, but he just is the embodiment of like Prince. And
Really?
not only that, like he's got so many of the influences. And what would you say, Jules? Like Prince, like Batman.
No, it's like
Batman theme.
trance meets Prince meets
disco meets it's just like
I'm sold.
everything.
yeah, there's funk in there. Like, okay, but you know what? Like, you got to listen to the song. Jay, you'll love the song "Freak Night."
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I love
Oh,
it
and
already.
he's got like a mini movie. It's like, because I think by day he works in visual effects or something,
Right.
Mhm.
and so he's got people. He knows people, and so his videos are just always off. Like,
They're so
the
good.
wall.
This one was
Yeah.
like a huge, like it had like puppets and everything. Like it had
yeah, they had Jim Henson puppets in there.
yeah,
Like
like
the real Jim Henson.
was it real Jim Henson?
I mean, like the company, the Henson Muppets.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
But anyways, you know what? I'm gonna post a link to this because I mean, it's Starcadian. But I'm dropping the link in the chats here, folks. check out the album Deep Cuts.
Oh,
And,
Toto. That song
there's-
Toto is New Sidonia.
Yeah.
That's all that Toto Africa, John. Ah, it's so good.
Man, Starcadian is something else. So yeah, Midnight Signals 2 is coming up soon. The pre-orders open up on Friday, so keep refreshing Bandcamp.
Yeah.
What else? Ian Cowell, who likes to cover video game music, but with some serious shred on his guitar. He's not only I just found out he's gonna be playing at one of the concerts we'll be rattling off later on. But he's got an album coming out December 10th called Exceptional Goblins.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's it for album releases.
Very good.
As I stated, my buddies here, Toronto artist Honeybeard, has released their new album Oneros on Retro Reverb Records, and their first single was dropped last Friday, and there's a music video for it as well. So how about we play this track? This is Honeybeard with Lighthouse from the album Oneros, right here on Night Ride FM.
Tearing me up and inside out. Terror, terror. Holding me down in the underneath. The horror, the horror. Keep the light on, keep the light on for me. I'll break free from this deep sleep. Keep the light on, keep the light on for me. I'll break free from this deep sleep. River of fire is shallow here. Hold on, hold on. If you can shine a light for me, hold on, hold on. Keep the light on, keep the light on for me. I'll break free from this deep sleep. Keep the light on, keep the light on for me. I'll break free from this deep sleep. Keep the light on, keep the light on for me. I'll tell free from beneath me. Keep the light on, keep the light on for me. I'll tell free from beneath me.
And that was Honeybeard with Lighthouse. I love those boys.
Man, they've got the kind of the epic layering. I don't know, the builds and the
Yeah. Yeah, it's the whole style too. I love the way the Gaz dresses. Like he's always like he looks like a member of the Beatles for some reason. Like
the conductor's jacket.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Who walks around with a conductor's jacket? Like
Or
Gaz.
is it
that's
I don't know,
gig,
that
man.
or
I
he's
love
like the conductor of a train.
Yeah. Or maybe he is a conductor. Maybe that's his like regular job. I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty badass. I want that jacket.
Yeah. So once again, head over to honeybeardband.bandcamp.com. Pick up the album. I heard that it's coming out on vinyl too.
What?
So yeah, I guess I'll be getting that.
I guess you're gonna have to get a turntable one of these days.
Yeah. So yeah, all these vinyls, no turntable. They look pretty, okay? And so will Jay's vinyl. It'll look pretty. I'll stick it up on the wall. It'll just look pretty.
You get to tile your wall with vinyl. You could just like use that for wallpaper.
Oh, there you go. Oh, by the way, a quick shout out. Our friends Neo Radio joined us in the IRC chat from New Zealand. I guess it's morning, lunchtime over there.
Yeah, we should mention that we are syndicated on Neo Radio. You can tune in, I think, 3 times during the weekend, and you can hear our show, and it's cool. Cause
head over to hitradio.nz/neo.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff too. They have like a good mix. You know, some really good artists too. Like, you know, they do a mix of like, you know, I guess indie, synthwave, but they do like, you know, some more like commercial stuff. So it's a really good blend. Like if you're just into the sound, like, you know, you like a little bit of Honeybeard and you like a little bit of Churches, and you just want to kind of put it in a blender. You know, you can hop on that Neo Radio and check it out.
And like Night Ride, it's 24/7 music. So tune in and just music.
Yeah. Music day in, day out. It's what we do. And another thing we do. What's that?
What do we do? Oh, you know what? I just wanted to. we've still got Jay Diggs with us.
We do.
Yeah.
Do you have a birthday, Jay Diggs?
Do I have a birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my own birthday or somebody else's?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could throw up a fake birthday too, but Jules will actually be able to tell if you're lying.
Me, the stalker. I like to
he's a
track
stalker.
all the artists' birthdays.
Oh, you want to know my own birthday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna write it down.
Up,
this is serious business.
January 6th.
Nice.
Oh, it's coming up. All right.
That's a day after my wife.
Noted.
Write that down, because
Capricorn.
We're about to go into our birthday segment and talk about some birthdays, Mr.
Yeah, you know what? All right, let's do it. I'm gonna plug a few things first. I promised a couple of friends here. I'd plug some stuff.
Plugs.
So let's do it. Artist Exile has an online shop where you can go get retro-themed goodies from online shops like Amazon, etc. It's called Mall Relics. So head over to www.mallrelics.com, and I already ordered myself a mask. I've been wearing around for like a couple of weeks now. A Synthwave mask.
Nice.
It comes with like replacement filters on the inside, and the ear strap things are adjustable and everything. It's pretty freaking awesome.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, I'm gonna pop links in the chat. Also, our friends Retro Synth Records have a groupies going on, and there's only 6 days left. Yes, so if you want lots of music for a good steal, plus, I guess, if you contribute more than other contributors, you get prizes like shirts and maybe vinyls and cassettes and God knows what else. So yeah, head over to groupies.com/retrosynth4, which I'm guessing means this is their 4th go at a groupies bundle.
Very good. I think they're up to like what, 1,400 or something like that so far. So it's
I think they've passed $2,000 already.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's music from Chris Kea, Vortex 85, Neutron Dreams, and many, many more.
Very good. Z wants to know if we're getting paid for these ads. We are looking for sponsors. If anyone is out there and want to throw us some cash, I'm already trying to hit up the neon cowboy hat people. Who is that, Jules?
Those are awesome.
So let's just say every week we're going to put a free plug in for them until they start mailing us some cowboy hats. Jay, they have these neon hats that you turn on and they glow. Each one glows a different neon color. We're like starting to get into like
cowboy hats, right?
Yeah, and when I say we, I'm like thinking of like the royal we. I really mean we. I mean me. Is getting into like this synthwave cowboy kind of like, because it's a thing. It's a whole like subgenre, and it
Synthwave
is
Cowboy, huh?
Synthwave Cowboy, and like I want the chaps. I want the what's that stuff?
Neon chaps.
The neon chaps. I want the boots. I want the hat, and I'm gonna come out with like I want a belt, right? I want a belt that's like 10 pounds like of weight, like just I want the belt to just droop down. It's like so big and heavy, like and that's gonna be my look. So, and I need the neon hat to complete the look. So you can head over to I don't know their website and I don't know the brand,
but buy Dennis some
to
neon cowboy gear.
To be fair, they're not officially sponsoring us yet. But when they do, I will know their name and we will know their address. And
that's
also,
it. Z just reminded me of that artist, that synthwave artist. What was it? Last year? Lazy Laser dropped that album, which was synthwave with a cowboy twang.
This whole episode is sponsored by Lazy Laser's album. It's great. We're gonna drop links to that in the Bandcamp too, because it is just he legitimately did it. He did the synthwave cowboy thing. And he pulled it off. I don't know how he pulled it off, but it's great. We're gonna drop that link in the chat. Just drop the link, Jules. Just do it now.
Yeah, I'm doing it right here. The album's called Ride On, Space Cowboy.
Yes, I love it. Did we get to the birthdays yet, or did we skip that
No,
part?
let's do the birthdays. Yeah. Poor Jay Diggs. He's sitting here. Oh, by the way, Neo Radio was like, "Did I miss Jay Diggs?" We're like, "Well, you kind of missed most of the interview, but he's still here."
Yeah, he's still hanging.
I'm here. What's up? What's going on?
What's up?
All right, let's do some birthdays.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so today, celebrating birthday is Adriel, artist, as well as DJ Zerotonin from Down Under.
Laser Highway.
I believe he's going to be on the Maverick Synthwave DJ Festival with us.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Tomorrow, November 18th, DJ named The Advantage. He's the one who got me working at Tilt here in Toronto. So he's kind of like my mentor.
Very nice.
So his birthday. And November 19th, artist Polyteam is celebrating a birthday. November 20th, Hunter Complex celebrating a birthday. On the 21st, it's Advocate. And on the 22nd, it's J Vintage. I think from Germany. He's got that really, really nice album out.
And January 6th?
Yeah, January 6th, it's J Diggs.
See, it's all, it's all a big thing that we do. I don't know why. Why do we do it, Jules?
I don't know, because I'm a stalker, and I just want
to.
I want all the artists to know that. I follow their Facebook pages.
Yes, it's all about following and stalking people properly. Don't stalk people in a bad way. Stalk them in a good way.
By the way, Jay, I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Actually, wrong segue, but so you're already working on new music.
Yeah.
Do you have an album already like planned out in your head?
I do, yeah. I have the overall sound I'm going for, and I don't know if I want to think of I don't know if I'll do like a themed album, but I definitely want to do something a little. Definitely want to do something. No, I don't know about that yet.
I'm just picturing Jay Diggs in a cowboy outfit, all neon.
You would.
I don't know if I can pull that off.
You would. What Little Nas? What was it? Little Nas? Is that his name?
Yeah, Lil Nas X.
Yeah, Lil Nas. He pulls off a pair of Jordashes like nobody's business, man. He rocks.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about something a little bit darker, like still keeping my funk vibe, but a little bit darker, a little bit more synthier, or something interesting. But yeah, I have some ideas.
You know what? We should. I don't know if you listen to these artists like Beckett or Swayze, but they include a little funk in their synthwave.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sometimes a little bit of rock, but they've got some stuff that's slightly darker. And I'll point you. You know what? I'll send you on Twitter. I'll send you a DM with a couple of links to their albums, and you can check out some stuff if you want some inspiration. Yeah,
hook it up.
And of course, Starcadian.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, so speaking of banging tunes, I know Essinger's been really quiet, and then he came out with this tune, and it is slamming. So, yeah, well,
I think he's been on tour with Cybertronic Spree.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a little busy.
So, But yeah, speaking of which, they're playing here in Toronto next week, and I'm hoping Essinger makes an appearance. But anyways, from far, far away in the dark reaches of Missouri, Kansas City to be exact, comes Essinger's latest single. It's called Divine Virus, and you're hearing it here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was Essinger with Divine Virus. Yeah, that's a banger right there.
Yeah, it sounds like Essinger. I love his sound.
Yeah. He uses a regular vocalizer too, like nothing fancy.
Not just he uses the canned one out of Ableton.
Yeah, good stuff.
It works wonders with it.
Speaking of touring, we have some touring information that I'm sure we would love to drop on you guys. And Jay Diggs, we can get you out touring too someday.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm talking to a couple people now, and I have some people that want to bring me out certain places. So I'm starting to put that together.
You would be awesome. Get a whole. I want like a 5-piece band. Like just get your dad out there. Awesome. Get your dad out there with he plays bass, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. And then like you got a brother, right?
No. I'm the only child actually.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like. That'd be pretty dope if you had like a brother and he was like a guitar player, like
Diggs and shows.
the Diggs 5.
The Diggs 5. I love it. That would be dope. But yeah, like I see like a whole like funk, just throw it all out there with some lights and yeah, like I'm all in on the concept. I'm already ready to buy the tickets.
Yeah.
We just need to like do the actual planning of the show.
Yeah.
but it'll
Jay,
happen.
you know what? We're gonna rattle off some of these. Some of these are actually like there's a couple of places like in Atlanta and the Twin Cities where there's synthwave groups who have just managed to get live shows every month, and they're getting these artists to show up. So there's almost like monthly.
Yeah.
There's a place you can join a lineup with other synthy artists. Some you may know, and yeah. So let's jump into that. And if you want to ask us about any of the guys behind any of these, we can hook you up.
Cool.
All right, Dennis, shall I?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, because we got to wrap the show up too. So, all right, November 17th,
Gotta go
which
home.
is what, tonight? It's Retro Night with Chef Tom at Free Play Bar and Arcade in Providence. November 21st, coming up, Turbo Drive in San Francisco with with Robots with Ray Guns, Street Cleaner, and of course the Turbo Drive DJs. So that's what, the second time this year that Robots with Ray Guns is popping over to San Francisco. November 27th, down in Cupertino, California, the Synth Valley event with Starfare, Ian Cowell, who I mentioned earlier, and Vector Hold. And of course, also on the 27th in Minneapolis, Nitrowave TC has got an event with Lucy in Disguise, Night Audit, and North Innsbruck. Let's see, December 2nd, we've got Tales from the Terminus, so this is the Atlanta guys, Terminus Retrowave with Street Cleaner, Nelward, Watch Out for Snakes, and Vape Error. And of course, over in, Glasgow on December 2nd, Ollie Ride and Nina are performing at the Classic Grand. And then December 5th, they're going down to London to play at the Lafayette. And I think both are sold out. So you might have to scalp some tickets if you want to see Ollie and Nina live. December 4th, Dennis, you may know about this one. There's the Maverick Festival. It's an online Twitch stream.
I heard about that. I heard some
Yeah.
awesome DJs, including this guy,
Oh.
DJ Dennis G, is going to be in it.
There you go. Yeah, only the finest DJs are going to be spinning apparently all day long. Synthwave into your ear holes.
Yeah.
And we're talking DJs like DJ Shira from London. We've got DJ Dennis G from New Jersey. We've got Griff from Down Under. Max Speed from the UK. In fact, Max Speed is coming to Toronto next week because he wants to see, hopefully, Essinger play with Cybertronic Spree. So I'm going to be meeting up with Max Speed here in Toronto. There's also Mega Hit and some guy named Neon Fox, Space Jams, Synth City, Synthwave, Zerotonin, we mentioned him earlier. It's his birthday today. Faith in the Glitch, everybody knows him. Evil Sun, Koopanot, and many more.
Well, very good. That
Fun.
sounds like a party.
Damn right. We're going to have to learn, I'm going to have to learn how to stream. I got my green screen kit and everything. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, good luck with that.
All right, December 11th, we'll go back to the Twin Cities. Nitrowave TC is putting on a show at in St. Paul, and this one's really interesting. It's got Makeup and Vanity Set, Tone Box, D Notive, who was our guest last week, and Baldocaster. Damn.
That's pretty awesome. I would love to see Baldocaster live.
Yeah. All right, I think this might be the one and only time you might be able to see him live.
Yeah.
And apparently, it's also Tone Box's last live performance.
What?
I think. Yeah.
Like
December 9th, down in Brooklyn, Bunny X has confirmed that they're playing with Jason Priest and Janice Rose.
I would like to check that one out.
Yeah. And finally, on the, radar before, I'm not going to go into stuff next year, but December 29th, end of the year Synthwave Party in San Diego with Street Cleaner, By an Ion, Missing Words, and Teal with 3 E's.
That's pretty dope. I saw Teal play. They're
Yeah,
pretty
I
funky.
heard.
I
I
like
remember.
those guys.
Yeah. So that's it.
I would love to sneak into that. I love this Ali Rod and Nina show.
Damn right, yeah.
They could get us in the back door. I bet you if we showed up, we're like, yo.
Oh, yeah. If you tell them, hey, man, we're hopping on a plane, we're coming over.
Like, yo, Neon Fox is here. NJ Diggs. And they'll be like, shit, open up the door.
I think usually it's even though Ollie Ride, his albums are on New Retrowave. I think it's usually those events are sort of managed by Outland Recordings. So all you have to do is talk to Stu and Brett at Outland, and they'll hook you up.
I love
tickets into the show.
I've talked to Ali a little bit.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, can you imagine a collab, Jay Diggs and Ollie?
Let's make that happen.
It's not far spoken a little bit. We just we have to see. It's nothing to
all
say.
right. All right. Very
I'll
good.
just drop random things on Twitter in the next few months. I'll be like, man, it'd be so cool if Jay Diggs and Ollie did a collab just out of nowhere.
Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna ship all these collabs, and by shipping I mean shipping. So the Droid Bishop we already that's kind of a thing already. Starcadian, we're gonna drip that. We're gonna drip that into the Synthosphere, and Ollie Rye, we're gonna drip that one in. And who else? Who else do we want Jay Diggs to work with? Lazy Laser, we're gonna drip that one
There
in
you go.
because Lazy Laser, Jay Diggs, and what the hell? We'll throw
who
little
was
Nas
it? Who
X
was
in there
it?
too.
Somebody in the chat was saying that Jay Diggs should collab with Alpha Chrome Yayo. Because AC1. Oh, he's a mix. He does it's
He's a
synth
nut.
jazz. It's like jazz wave.
Oh,
He's all over the map.
What?
He will do
Okay.
funky stuff. He'll do jazz stuff. He will do like Japanese city pop.
Yeah.
He'll do
I'm
He's-
down for it. Yeah.
check out his socials too. He's
He's
cannot
another
help but
hilarious
smile.
one.
He's kind of like you. He'll just make you smile.
He's
Okay.
such a fun dude. He's from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Belfast.
Yeah, he's like a really cool dude to just to talk to too. Like it's really fun. We gotta have him on, but it's always so late over there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know, can you stay up till 11? And he's like, oh, I don't know, 11 o'clock. That's really late. And I'm just like, all right, dude, we gotta work this out.
What's the name? Alpha. What?
Alpha Chrome Yayo. 3 words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah. So I love the Yayo part.
Yeah, the Yayo makes the name. That just
But yeah,
makes the
check
name.
out his albums. He's kind of all over the map, but the guy is just a whiz. That eclectic synthwave music. I mean, he can make tracks that are more classic, but he prefers his kind of jazzy,
Yeah, quirky.
Japanese
He's quirky. It was just-
city poppy.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
No.
all over the place.
It's fun. Speaking of fun, we have another track here we're gonna drop, and
Yes,
let's
second last track of the night.
get through
Let's
this.
wrap
bad
this up.
boy.
Yeah. So UK artist of many hats, Athena Queen, has dropped some recent singles, and this one caught our ears. This is Hypergravity by Athena Queen, right here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was Athena Queen with Hypergravity. Gravita. Gravita? Is that
Gravity.
a fancy way to say it?
Well, if you're saying it with gravitas,
That's
yes.
what I was looking for that. I thought that was a
Gotta
word.
say it with gravitas.
Yes.
Hypergravity.
Say it with gravitas. It's getting to that part of the show where we
Yes.
just lose our sanity.
Time to wrap up. Time to let J Diggs go.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being and hanging out the whole show, man. You're
Yeah.
awesome, man. We love you.
Yeah. No problem, man. Yeah,
Once again-
I'm up. I'm gonna hit the studio after this. And, yeah.
Once again, everyone, you got to go check out J Diggs' new album, Jams. You'll find it at jdiggs.bandcamp.com/album/jams. And of course, the physicals are over at timeslaves.bandcamp.com. Cassettes, CDs, and some sexy vinyl, especially that black and white one. Oh my god.
Sexy vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, stuff. We have stuff
Oh,
for sale.
By the way, J,
Yes.
I think I do believe that your album's also on the streaming services like Spotify, right?
Just put that on a loop.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
stream it. Yeah, all of them.
24/7.
Yeah.
Play it in a
add
loop.
jams to your Spotify playlist, put it on loop, go to sleep, turn the volume down and just let it loop.
That's a no-brainer.
Add it up.
Yeah, that way
Yep,
he'll
and
get
next week.
he'll get a penny and he can buy a coffee.
That's right. You will buy it.
Good old
And
Spotify.
the instrumentals will the instrumental on Bandcamp, and then the instrumentals will be on streaming next week. So
That's
it is.
right, yeah.
you can do all your stuff, or if you have a sexy night, you can just kind of
There you go.
Oh, sexy. I didn't even think
put
about
in the
that.
background.
Yeah.
I think the wife would enjoy that.
Come on, Dennis,
actually.
for when the time is right, you put on some J Diggs.
Yeah, that's good. That's that good. All right, so what are we talking about?
Well, what's just a quick shout out to we gotta say remind people that you can support nightride.fm because it costs money to run these servers over at patreon.com/nightridefm. And
we have a new
believe-
Patreon.
yeah, we do.
Do we?
Yes.
Did you write
We
that
gotta-
down, or did
Yeah,
that left
I
over
put that
from
one
last
down.
week?
No, that I just added it. I was checking the emails.
It's been a long week. We have Kristen Lieberman. So,
Yeah.
is that how you say it? Kristen Lieberman? Sounds about right, I guess. Thanks for listening to the station, supporting the station, and being generally awesome all around. You can go to patreon.com/nightridefm. You can also go to thestateofsynth.com if you want to throw Jules and I and Vasto just some beer money. We are accepting beer money for our beer habits. And, I guess Vasto drinks, what does he drink? Palinka?
Something.
Whatever that Palinka stuff
What is that? Like, is that a
Palinka.
Romanian drink?
Palinka. I think it's if you guys are like of the Slavic nationality or something like that, like let us know. I think it's Palinka. It's a Russian drink, I think. Anyway, so buy us a beer. You click on the button, we buy us a beer, and maybe if you're ever in the same town as we are, if we go to a show, we'll buy that beer back. So it's a give and take. That's what Synthwave is. It's a give and take. So there that is. And also go out and get those damn neon hats. Wear them because they're awesome.
Once again, we got to thank you, J Diggs, for being with us on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
So much fun.
Quite an honor.
And we do have
What?
congratulations on the album, of course.
Yeah, congratulations.
And we have one more track, right? I think. Yes.
Yes, we're gonna play everyone out with this new track from Montreal artist Jake the Kid. This is Fallout Survivor. From all of us at Night Ride. Have a good night. Thanks a lot, J Diggs, for joining us.
Bye-bye.